Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and our live coverage of the ERA AMP Grading and Excavating Pavement Late Model Stock Car Series. New Smyrna Speedway. I feel like we've been here for like ever. We did one here Sunday night. We're doing one here again tonight. Haven't done one of these at this track in a long time, maybe ever, and then all of a sudden here we are, a full week of it. The boys were giving me a little bit of a ribbing about, well, it was easy virtual travel. Yeah, they're right. It was fantastic. Tuesday night, that always means that all my rowdy people will be in the chat. Make sure you're getting your over-under for cautions in before they roll off for the main event tonight. 20 drivers have checked in. We'll see if all 20 actually make the call. If anybody has any kind of electronic issues or whatever, because I see one driver has not taken time at all. If you'll notice, we have a little bit of a different look to our pylon. We're trying to bring those numbers a little bit more to the forefront, and there was some information, and we were able to grab some more stuff out of iRacing and put it in there, so that'll look a little different. A lot of them, their first color choice in their palette is red for their car, so you're going to see a lot of red blocks there. So it is what it is. We think it looks a little bit better, but give you guys the lay of the track real quick. You got almost a half a mile here. It is super hot out there on the racing surface, 135 degrees right now. 78 degree, the air temperature, 45% humidity. And we've got little to no wind, so it is going to be a very calm evening down here. Oh, hi to Bill, hi to Barbara. I don't care if you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, say hi in the chat. Hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow. Make sure you say hi as well. 6 and 7 on the over-unders, already gone. I told the boys they got to land on 7 tonight. I never win, and I want to win something. Should be a fun one. We got a lot of cars. There's old Adam Vinny and his green wheels again. Adam looking a little sporty. He's about 6th quick right now. Kyler Davis. Shiny pink wheels on that 6 car. Always in the white and green here, Dylan Connor. Matt Eddy and his very familiar green machine. Sean McLaughlin, and that is not new paint, but maybe we haven't seen it under the sunlight. I don't know. It just looks different to me tonight. Kind of sharp. Andrew Perry taking his off the track. These guys getting ready to go to our qualifying session. 5 for Bill. I still got you on the list, Bill. We're going to be ordering those shirts the next few days. I'm just waiting on a couple of shirt sizes to come to me. If they don't get them to me, I'm just going to skip them, and they'll have to wait for a second run. So I want some shirts. I like the shirts. Sean McLaughlin already out on the speedway. A bunch of guys are already out. Payette's out. Brees is out. Peter Brees with a rare appearance here in that 74 car. John Brunner, Josh Westendorf. Westendorf was having a pretty good run on Monday night and oopsie-daisied, and he ended up all kinds of tore up. There's Jeff Werdeman. That car all white again. He was running the yellow car, and now he's back to all white. So McLaughlin just gets bumped by Adam Vinny, and then Kyler Davis immediately bumps Vinny down. 19:02 quick time right now. Matt Knowles, 4th quick. Dylan Connor on the track. He is on his first time lap. We'll see where he times in lap number 1. Did not win on Sunday night, shockingly. But he has dominated this series. Eldred, 2nd quick. Dylan Connor now. Top of the board. No surprise at all there. 18.89 seconds. Joey Connor also on track. He was 2nd quick in the pre-race warm-up session. He is trying to warm up those tires. A little different look to that 9D car this week. On to the time clock he goes. One of the last drivers to take. Andrew Perry also out here. 1920. He is 6th quick with that 1913 that he just posted. And I think we're going to see Connor set up for the second lap, trying to run a little fuel, get the tires up to temperature. Only 17th quick on his first lap. Pete Dillon, Jeff Town, and Gerard Lawrence have not taken time as of yet, and I don't think those bottom two will because they're going to be rookie drivers. So the only timed lap that's going to matter, second quick at 19:01 for Joey Connor. So the two Connors at the top, 1 and 2. Davis is third. Eldred and Eddie rounding out the top 5. Vinny stays in 6th. Perry 7th. Brunner, Demore, and Brees through the top 10 in qualifying. Only 17 guys taking time because I don't know what's going on with the 7 of Pete Dillon. Maybe having connection issues. 50th anniversary. Man, that is a long daggone. I thought 30 years was a long time. It feels like a lifetime. I can't imagine how 50 years feels. Bill, how does that feel? 50 years. I mean, I've made it to 30. I can't, I can't wrap my head around another 20. Oh, I can too. She's awesome. Wouldn't have been with her for 30 if she wasn't. I'm just teasing. But congrats to you guys. Always awesome to see people that stay together because that is so uncommon these days. Still got time to get your over-unders in, guys. Got until they line up and roll off for the feature. As soon as that pace car starts to roll off, we are done taking over-unders. We're getting ready for the redraw, I think.
All right, here we are ready for our redraw. Names are inserted based on how they qualify. We will hit the randomize button 3 times. Whenever the third one comes up, whatever we got, that's what we roll with. So here we go, randomize number 1. Randomize number 2. And third and final, randomize number 3. 8811 will be row 1. 90 and 6, row 2. Row 3, 9113, and the 33 of Perry will be 7th.
All right, you saw it live right there, folks. Matt Eddy and Adam Vinny on that front row. I think Dylan Connor was back there at about 6th. Joey's going to start right in front of him, I think. Well, hello, Mr. Brunner. Randy, have you reached out to me on the Facebook page and given me all your info? We're going to be ordering our T-shirts up this week, and I know you have a prize pack coming. I know Bill has one coming, so I need to get everybody squared away so I can get all the right T-shirt sizes, make sure everybody's right, and then we'll get those ordered in and get ready to put those packages together and get them shipped out. So I'm sitting here wondering, is the 7 of Pete Dillon actually still in the server? Hopefully, fingers crossed he is, because we haven't seen him race in a long while, and it would be awesome to see him take some more laps. And then the 2 new guys, Jeffrey Town and Gerard Lawrence. No information about them, don't know much. Yes, please, Randy. Yes, on Facebook. Don't know a whole lot about them. Just go to the Dirt Racing Network page and then send me a private message with address, your shirt size, and then we'll get all that going. I have bills. I know I do. I just don't know where I put yours, and I don't think you sent it to me in a message before. And if you did, it can't hurt to do it again, because I just can't find information for you anywhere. I've built myself a address book, and it's got all the information in it. Your name wasn't on it. So we did it for all the racers back when we did our pay series for 410s, and I kept everybody's information just so that if I ever had to send them something, I wouldn't have to ask them over and over and over and over again. So all right, just a couple of minutes. I think the drivers are in the drivers' meeting. They'll get ready to kick things off and go racing here momentarily. Sorry, messages coming in from other people. I need it. Just waiting to get these guys ready to roll off. You still have time for your over-unders? Once the pace car leads the formation away from the front stretch, time has passed. So if you're going to get an over-under for count on cautions, get it in here. 5, 6, and 7 have been claimed. So 1 through 4 and 8 through, I guess, infinity. But I don't think we're going to have more than probably, well, I think the max was 13. I think that's the highest caution count we've ever seen in this series. That was a couple of seasons ago, and that was a very rough night for everyone. Fans, broadcaster, drivers, admins. I think everybody was having a bad night that night. Tomorrow night, right around this same time that we went live tonight, about 8:15 Eastern, we will be going live with the Midwest Truck Series. They will be at Texas Motor Speedway. Spotting Pete Dillon, that's disappointing. We'd rather see the 7 car on the racetrack. Technical issues, probably. I understand completely. I'm just going to give you a hard time about it because I'd much rather see you racing, my friend. As I was saying, Midwest Truck Series are at Texas Motor Speedway. And then, on Thursday, Red Driver Mighty Midget Series. That is a 9-ish Eastern start that we fire off with those guys. Doubleheader for them. Final 2 shows of the week. We did get word that our second show on Sunday is going to be postponed at least one more week. iRacing changed the Road to Pro schedule, and, well, it delayed everything a week. So, while no one is upset about that, other than the Pro Series drivers, they were ready to get at it. We'll get them going no matter what. They'll be our second show on Sunday starting the second week of October, or November. Man, I can't even think of what day it is. The year's gone by so quickly. Drivers out. Little last second warm up. Maybe get a little more rubber down on the track. Ooh, don't know what I swallowed right there. That was terrible. Guys, do not forget, drop by the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page, the pin post at the top of the page. DRN swag. Go order your t-shirts. I know a couple of you are waiting on some prize pack ones, but those that are not, go over there and order them. Support us. We'll keep getting new stuff for the broadcast and keep racing coming at you. Use the code that's in there. I think it's DRN10. Use that code. Just a couple of more minutes here. See some guys getting loose. When I was talking to some of these guys before I went live here, a bunch of them were saying that this car is very loose here today. The track temperature, let's see if it's gone up any. It's actually cooled down a few degrees. It was 138 degrees when we first went and took a look at all that. It's 135. That's still super hot, but if it cools down any more, we'll see some grip come back, and we might not see all the fishtailing and all the sliding around that some of these guys are doing. It makes it interesting because you have got to be perfect every lap. And in this crowd, you definitely have to be perfect. Appreciate everybody being here. This is night number 3 this week. We still got 2 to go. Three more full shows. We got a feature to run here tonight, and the trucks tomorrow night at Texas should be pretty good. They go to Knoxville on the dirt track next week. That's going to be an interesting one for sure. I think I am going to end up having KR Stolfus go call that one because I am going to have a little oral surgery that morning, and I don't know if my my mouth and or the pain meds are going to allow me to be very effective in the booth on November the 6th. So the boys will be doing it in the dirt, and I know that that's my favorite is when they get in the dirt, but yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be able to call that one. About 20 seconds, we'll get ready for the feature. Last chance, guys. Once they grid, you'll have about 60 seconds before they roll off to get your over-unders in. Time expiring on the warm-up session. That means it is time for the big show. About 20 of these guys getting ready to do some battle out here. All right, let's look at our starting lineup. We know they're going to shuffle around those front 7. But John Brunner will start in the 8th spot in the 46 car. Our 5th row is going to be Austin DeMore, the 7, and Peter Brees in the 74. Row number 6, 81 of Jeff Werdeman inside, Matt Knowles in the 15 on the outside. And then Josh Wessendorf, the 92, Sean McLaughlin, the 77. That makes up the inside and outside of row number 7. Row 8, Chris Griffin in the 12 car, John Payette in the 5. Griffin inside, Payette out. Marvin Turnmeyer inside of row number 9 in the 16. He's got newcomer and rookie Jeffrey Town. He'll be 102 tonight. And then the back row, scheduled to be the 7 of Pete Dillon. I don't think Pete's racing. I think he's just spotting tonight. So the 127 of Gerard Lawrence will have that back row to himself. We know the pole. We know that it is Adam Vinny on the outside, Matt Eddy on the inside. We're going to let these guys get things squared away. And then Joey Connor and Kyler Davis are row 2. Dylan Connor and Bob Eldred are row number 3, and Andrew Perry stays back there inside row number 4. Randy, I think they had 7 or 8. I don't remember. It was a handful. It was more than a handful. Hi, Mindy. Sorry, I think I swallowed a bug or something a minute ago. I don't know. I really don't. All of a sudden, I went to take a breath and throat got scratchy as all get out. All righty. Pace truck getting out of the way. We're in the start zone. Yeah, it happens quick here. We are green. They may battle side by side up front for a couple of laps here. They did Sunday night in the minis. The outside gets a big push right there. They're going to get a lot of momentum. And if he hits the line down here in 3 and 4, he'll have that same momentum coming out of turn 4. He got a little wide. Matt Eddy's going to clear. Car round. That's Joey Connor. Yeah, we're going to wait just a sec. I'm not sure who got into the back of him. Nah, it wasn't that one. Where did Joey Connor go? There he is. Let's play this and let's watch. He wiggled out a 4, and that got... Oh, he moved up in front of Kyler Davis there. Yeah, he moved up. And that right rear corner got a little tippity tap. Joey Connor got turned around. Left front is crushed in, but Dylan Connor has the whole front end pushed in right there. As we'll get them back single file here and probably get ready for the restart the next lap. Let's go take a look. Yeah, front end of Connor 91 car. Pushed in and pushed up at that splitter. And I always say on short tracks that aero isn't a big deal. This track might just be long enough at a half mile that little bit of damage right there may make the front end of this car super tight. It'll not let it push down because it has that big splitter on the nose there, and it's lifted up, letting air get underneath that car. We'll see. We'll see. So caution 1 on lap 1. Actually, I think it was lap 2. And with 67, 68 laps to go, it is... Wow, I'll tell you what, Kyler Davis is blinking like Christmas tree lights. All right, we'll see if we can get this this frog to get out of my throat. It looks like everybody's doubling up. Coming back, we might get the 1 to go this time. Eldred was close last week. Dylan Connor got by him pretty late with fresh tires. Got by him pretty late with fresh tires. So we'll see if driver in 13 can flip the script. Finish out front this time. Maybe it's Adam Vinny. Maybe it's Matt Eddy. We're ready for green flag racing once again. Matt Eddy got a good start. He'll grab the lead. This time not side by side with Adam Vinny, Dylan Connor. I thought Adam Vinny's car might have got loose right there and we were going to see another calamity in turn 2, but they keep them off each other. They keep them straight. Oh, Connor way sideways coming out of the bottom of turn 4, and Eldred drives right alongside him. I think Dylan Connor knows he's got to get up there and start pressuring Vinny and Eddie if he is going to have a shot at this one, because Eldred has shown that he is up to the task. Run out of 2. Clears him by half a car, getting into 3 and 4. Caution behind. Josh Westendorf, did he just spin the car out? Oh, he and John Payette get together, and yeah, he didn't hit anything, but past 90 degrees with company coming behind, that's going to trigger a caution each and every time. So we're going to slow things down. Once again, caution number 2. This place is very tricky. It is super slick. The outside has just about enough grip to make you want to go there, but you got to really be careful through the center of the corner. And if you get the throttle down good, you get a huge run. But the guy on the bottom is going to get a little nervous, and if he gets to the throttle too soon, the car is going to end up going around on him. It's a tricky situation. I'm not sure if I said this at the opening of the broadcast, but all of those commercials that we run, go visit those sponsors, especially if you're an iRacer. Every one of them have something to offer. All right, it looks like everybody is in a hustle to get doubled up here. Lights might have gone off on the pace truck, and he's going to get out of the way, so we're back in the start zone. And once again, the green flag in the air. This time, Adam Vinny's going to get a little better start. And Dylan Connor's trying to get a good start up there on the outside as well. He and Eldred look like they're going to be doing battle side by side. Top 4. Oh, there's some problems, because there is Andrew Perry and John Brunner, and that's going to get Matt Knowles turned around and caution. That whole thing started. That whole thing started right in front of Matt Knowles. It really did. It kind of started with the 46 and the 33. Ian, he got into the left rear corner. He tries to help straighten him back up, and then Matt Knowles tried to check up for it, and he got bumped from behind by Jeffrey Town, who is already up into the 9th spot, and he started about 18th. So now Andrew Perry has right front damage, left rear damage for Brunner. Let's go find Matt Knowles and see where Matt Knowles. He looks like he's not really got any damage whatsoever. He's the car that absolutely spun all the way around. So we're on caution number 3. We're 6 laps in. I think all of us single-digit people are in trouble. We got to get some things smoothed out. But Adam Vinny was ahead when the caution came out. That puts him in front. That's going to give him a chance to give us the restart. Vinny Eddy, Dylan Connor, Eldred, Brunner are the top 5. Perry, McLaughlin, Werdeman, Town, and Griffin. And Town back here. Jeffrey Town in that 2 car. Started in the 18th spot. He has picked up 9 positions. He is inside the top 10 already. Oh, Mindy's trying to make me cry. She's only semi-watching, guys. She's trying to make the old man cry.
Green flag.
We're not very interesting tonight. Green flag back in the air. Lap 7 underway. Single file for the restart. We'll see if that makes a difference. They are stacked up on each other. There's a car to the outside. That's going to be, I don't even know who that's next to Payette. That is Gerard Lawrence, and caution again. This happened up front. Guys, this happened up front. Andrew Perry and Chris Griffin, did they get into it? Let's go back and watch. Griffin is quite a ways back. Oh, no, that happened. No, that was Dylan Connor. Well, let's just rewind that because I did not see that coming. Eddie went to make a move. Connor checked up, and Eldred just could not see that coming. That's how McLaughlin gets in it, Griffin gets in it, Perry gets in it. That's how it happened. We were watching Gerard Lawrence. Dylan Connor's in the pit. So is Sean McLaughlin. So caution number 4 by the wayside. Well, she's listening, so she's paying some attention. If I feel like I'm not being interesting enough, I'll start doing crazy stuff, and nobody wants that. So Vinny, Eddie, Brunner, Werdeman, and Town are the top 5. And I'll tell you what, we're going to keep an eye on that Jeffrey Town. He's up to the 5th spot already. That is a huge 13 positions in just 8 laps. That is a huge gain. Apparently, he is able to stay out of all the nonsense. And maybe he's going to line out in 7th now because Werdeman and Perry jump back around him. Still, 12 spots. He's in 6th officially. Chris Griffin is in behind that. He got spun out back there, but he was not the cause of the caution. Peter Brees, Payette, Lawrence in the 127. And I could have swore we saw somebody else in that car the other day.
All right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Sean McLaughlin back on track. So is Bob Eldred. And Dylan Connor's going in. They have pulled that nose piece out. They have essentially field repaired the 91 car. Here comes Andrew Perry going to the back. What is he doing? So we'll go back up front because we are on 1 to go. They're going to go single file once again. Joey Connor, Dylan Connor, and Sean McLaughlin have all been to pit road in the first 7 or 8 laps. Closing out the 4th caution, back to green flag racing. Already looking like we're getting cars fanning out too wide because Payette's up on the top side next to Lawrence. They're right behind Peter Brees. Brees is looking for the opening on Chris Griffin. He may be in trouble here because Lawrence already got the nose to the inside of the 74, and he is going to drive it down into the bottom of 1 and 2. Pass completed. Oh! I think we might have had a little net code right there. Peter Brees punted the outside wall. Right front on that car, heavily damaged. In fact, towed out so bad right now. You can see how bad that's towed out. We'll go back up front because Adam Vinny has stretched it out 0.6 of a second. Here's the battle. Werdeman is working on Brunner. He's got the inside. Brunner can't tell where he's at, and he's having to stay outside. Now clears him coming out of 2, but there's that guy, Town, in the 2 car, up to the 5th spot. And here comes Gerard Lawrence right behind him. He's going to get around Payette. Or I'm sorry, that's Chris Griffin. Payette is in behind him. Marvin Turnmeyer tucked in behind John Payette right there. DeMoore's following him. There's Kyler Davis. Kyler Davis in 11th. I think DeMoore made evasive maneuvers right there to try to stay off of Turnmeyer. It's opening the door for Joey Connor to make a move on the outside. You can see Matt Knowles on the outside of Dylan Connor. That's about 12th and 13th. Adam Vinny streaking away from this field. Matt Eddy trying to keep pace, and he is falling behind, but he's getting away from Werdeman, Town, and company, and that's a gaggle right there. They are racing hard. There goes Brunner up the hill, got into 1, and he was a little tight on the 27. Went up the hill. He's only going to give up those 2 spots to Town and Lawrence. He'll fall back in line in 6th right in front of Chris Griffin. And it's a madhouse behind that. There goes a car to the inside. That's Austin DeMoore. Is he going to keep it? Yeah, he kept it out of the fence. Got it woed up. Good job. Here comes Peter Brees back on track, and he pulls out. And actually, he didn't go to the pits. That right front is still messed up. He's just riding around waiting for a caution, I think. He's a lap down now, and he got that car. Oh, I'm not sure why we got to have that.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
That's disappointing. Go back, take a look. Yeah, I'm not really sure there's much explanation to that. So Brees will take it in. We have caution number 5. That happens on lap 18. Sorry, Bill. There's Tiny Dancer. Hello, Scott. I'll get you that other upload here in a little bit. Did you delete that one? Scott and I are trading replays so that he can get screenies for our weekly write-ups. All right, Vinny, Eddy, Werdeman, Town, Lawrence, Brunner, Griffin, Payette, Connor, and Connor. And it's Joey Connor, Dylan Connor, 90-91. That's your top 10 right now. Coming up on 50 laps to go. We're working caution number 5. The last one, Peter Brees is a lap car down in turns 1 and 2, and he just got run over. There's no other way to say it. He just got straight run over. Still on pit road, it looks like, too. So is Austin DeMoore. And I thought DeMoore spun out coming out of 4, but I thought he got it, kept it up off that wall right there between pits and the front straightaway. So maybe just wants fresh skins. Looks like they're pulling the front end of the car out. They might be able to fix the... toe out on that car, because it looked like that right front was pointing way right to me. All right, we're going to double them up for the restart. That is going to put a lot of fast cars really close to these guys at the front. Vinny was out in front of this thing by about a second and a half. So we'll see. I mean, there's still about 52 laps to go. Yeah, I was too, Randy. But green flag back in the air. Side by side all the way back to about 10th place back here. Make it 12th. Kyler Davis is still side by side. We're going back to the front momentarily, but I thought action was about to happen, and sure enough, there's your caution. And we'll slow things down, and that'll put Barbara on the number. So let's see. We're going back. We're going to get Chris Griffin. He just goes in. He's a little hot, gets up, gets into Payette right there. Loses the car. Man, good job by both Kyler Davis and Sean McLaughlin missing him down there on that apron. But that'll slow things down once again. Yeah, I was waiting for the same thing, Randy. I kept looking to see if that car had moved to the back, and he did not. Griffin is in the pits. He just got ahead of everybody in the pits, and that's why he'll shuffle back through the field now as he is rolling away, and he'll drop back there to about 16. Turnmeyer is out of the race. Brees is still in the pits. I think he's out. Perry is out, and Dylan did not take the green. So car on the move is right there. 15 spots improved at this point. And he is in the third spot. And we have a rookie in his debut. Start at the back of the field and come get a win. A couple of guys in front of him and a couple of guys coming from behind here. Probably going to have a little bit to say about that. But Jeff Werdeman inside the top 5. So is John Brunner. Brunner having a pretty good night tonight. Maybe we can get the whole thing in before your lunch break ends, Randy. No promises. Coming around, going to get the one to go this time by. They're double to back up. Going to be wrapping up caution number 6. We're about a third of the way through this. About 3 more laps. We'll be a third of the way through this. 4 more laps. That's my job, sir. Green flag back in the air. There he is starting. Peter Brees looks like he is back on the track. They're side by side. Woo! Right in front of the camera. Thank you, Matt Eddy. We love the sparks. I'm sure he's not a fan of dinging it off the fence, but he did. Here comes Town. Town's got the inside on the 88 of Matt Eddy now. Eddy drug the fence coming out of turn number 2 the last time around. I think it slowed him down enough that Town was able to get a move made. Position himself to the inside. We'll see if it's a matter of time or if Matt Eddy can fight hard enough. Get that good bite that one time he needs it. And drive back around and take the spot, or is he going to have to hustle and settle into the spot behind before Werdeman gets there and keeps him shuffled to the outside? Because Werdeman's on the hustle. Here comes Gerard Lawrence. He dove it hard into turns 3 and 4. He made it stick. Now he's working alongside Werdeman for the 4th spot. There goes Dylan Connor to the high side of John Brunner, and Eldred is tucked in behind him. So pass is being made Town got around Eddie. Now the battle is right here. Jeff Werdeman trying to hang on the top side. Gerard Lawrence wants to take that spot away. And he'll get it. Put Lawrence in fourth, and now Dylan Connor. While the door was open, he and Bob Eldred in lockstep. Moving forward. And they're trying to get Werdeman back a couple of more spots. Eldred noses ahead. He'll have the spot. That means Werdeman's got to get down in front of Joey Connor, and I don't know if he can do that. Connor gave him space, and he's going to be able to lock it in, drop it down. So Werdeman falls to seventh. We're going back close to the front because the battle's heating up for the lead. Coming to complete 26 of 70. Both cars sliding out of turn four. This is happening about 1.3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, and that is Matt Eddy in third, Gerard Lawrence, Dylan Connor, and here we go, pass for third. Lawrence got the inside. Nothing happening up front just yet. Matt Eddy able to fight back, keep the spot. Dylan Connor's looking like he wants to make a move on the top side coming out of turn number 2, and he's got a few laps fresher tires. It's only 8 or 10 laps. Down tight on the right rear corner. Caution! Car spinning out up front. Who could it be now? Chris Griffin? No, it wasn't Griffin. Yeah, off track. It might have been. It might have been the 12 car in front of the leaders. Out of 4, loops it around. Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be him. He's going to be sitting right here when they come out. And he's going to have to sit still. That's what triggered the caution. So we get caution number 7. And I'm sad because I never win anything. At lap number 28. Good green flag run there, though. Leaders headed for pit road. Adam Vinny. Jeffrey Town peel off. They're going to leave Matt Eddy out in front of Gerard Lawrence, Dylan Connor, Eldred, Werdeman. That's the top 5 now. A couple of those guys on fresher tires. Joey Connor back there in 7th is the next one on fresh tires because he and Dylan Connor both been on pit road. So we'll go see who's going to get out first. Adam Vinny on and off pit road. He'll stay in front of Jeffrey Town as he heads into turns 3 and 4, and it looks like he's about 13th. Westendorf still on pit road. He came in this time. This is second go around, it looks like. Chris Griffin on pit road again. Peter Brees has been on and off pit road 4 times. Andrew Perry still locked in the pits. John Brunner pitted. No, John Brunner just fell back to 12th. How did he go back to 12th? I must have missed something because he was running the top 5 or 6 there. All right, looks like we're doubled up. We're getting ready to go, and Matt Eddy has chosen the outside lane. Interesting choice.
Green flag, green flag.
Ooh, green flag. I don't know about that inside line right there. I think he was ahead when the green came out. Eddie out of the top of 2, not able to clear just yet. And Eldred is right behind him. He would love for him to clear the 27 because he would like to get in there and use that same line. Oh, man, Eddie really loose on a 4. That's going to allow Lawrence to get all that space back. He may end up taking the spot right here. It slowed Eldred down, and Joey Connor got back alongside. Dylan Connor is alongside, and Joey Connor is right behind that in the 9D car. There's too many Connors in here. That's just my problem. Still side by side for the lead. And Matt Eddy is not giving up on that outside. He just needs a good run right there out of 2. He almost was clear enough to get himself down across the nose of the 27 to the bottom line. He just can't clear, and here's Eldred back in it again. Works his way beside Dylan Connor, now trying to get the nose on the outside of, contact. What a piece of driving by both guys. Eddie got loose off of 2, got into the left front, or the right front of Lawrence's car, and both drivers not giving up positions, able to hang on, continue racing. This top 4 under a blanket. I mean, we're doing pace laps at 100 miles an hour out here. Big slide from Lawrence that time. He's got a lot of pressure from behind because Connor is really trying to put it on him. He runs a little wide, see if he can move Eddie up the hill, make him get off that throttle, and it's enough. And now Matt Eddy's going to have to fight just to hang on to second. He's not going to be able to keep it doesn't look like, because Dylan Connor is going to go by. Joey Connor's still tucked in 5th. He's just waiting for this to all settle out so he can start making some moves. And now we're single file 1 through 5. 6th place, Werdeman. He's got McLaughlin on the outside. Kyler Davis and Matt Knowles are side by side. And then there's Adam Vinny on fresh tires. He's got nowhere to go, nowhere to use them fresh skins at all. Now he's going to make a move to the inside of Knowles. Town is still tucked in with him. Those two went together. They gave up the lead. Now Vinny moves to the inside of Kyler Davis. 3 wide through 1 and 2. I don't know if this is going to work. Matt Knowles backs out up on the top side. Adam Vinny not giving up on that move. Just not able to make. Oh, big slip from Davis getting into 1 right there. And now Adam Vinny slides coming out of turn 2. Go back to the front because Lawrence has got the lead, but Connor is there. And Connor is trying to diamond the corner, use the cut down line, and get the run out so he can get his nose to the inside before the next corner. Right there, he cuts that car low, tries to get that run across the middle, and he's just not able to get it to the inside and keep it there. About 7/10 of a second. Matt Eddy still hanging on to 3rd, but Eldred is there, and now Joey Connor has fallen off of those two about 4 car lengths. McLaughlin got around Davis, put him in 6th. Davis is 7th. Adam Vinny still working on Werdeman. Just can't clear him. Can't get all that power to the ground right there off the exits of the corners on the inside. He's got to get the run across the middle, clear him so he can come up, use the track just like that. Pass completed, put Vinny up to 8th. And now it's Town's turn to try to work on Jeff Werdeman. Town had crawled his way all the way up to 2nd from 18th. Now going through the field again. He's probably going to be the guy that passes the most cars tonight for sure. Dylan Connor, long side, got there off of 2 this time. Lawrence out wide, yields the spot. It took 43 laps for Connor to get to the lead. 26 more. And he will win once again. Lawrence still second. Eddie is third. I think Matt Eddy's going to get some pressure here pretty quickly because Bob Eldred doesn't want these two to get away. Not so sure he doesn't want to see a caution right here. He could go get fresh skins and probably restart in the top 5 and have a shot at those guys up front. Joey Connor still 5th. And it's a little ways back to McLaughlin. Eddie is working on him already. Or Vinny, I'm sorry. Vinny is working on him. And Town is still tucked right in behind Adam Vinny. Just take me to the leader. And now they're going to have to hustle once they clear McLaughlin because they are about 3 1/4 seconds back. And that's a lot of distance to make up on this track in that short a time. Dylan Connor opening up the gap. He's about 3 car lengths in front. It's about 0.3 of a second. Lawrence still second. Matt Eddy now starting to open the gap on Bob Eldred. And Eldred has opened the gap on Joey Connor. And then there is 6th and 7th. Those are the guys on the freshest tires right there, the 11 and the 2. Matt Knoll still hanging on in 10th, and he's going after Jeff Werdeman right here. Caution! Now this will become interesting. Oh, no. This might become super interesting. Oh, poor Sean McLaughlin. Got a little wide, tapped Kyler Davis right there. It's going to mess up the nose of the car. But that'll slow things down. Now we definitely have to go towards the front. Everybody at the front took off. They went in. Only 4 cars stayed out. Matt Eddy, Joey Connor, Adam Vinny, and Jeff Town. Maybe Westendorf and DeMoore too. So we might have about 6. And Eldred is going to get off pit road first. No, Dylan Connor got off pit road first. He was just so far around I couldn't even see him. So he is going to be 7th. Eldred 8th. McLaughlin in behind that. Kyler Davis behind that. Cars waiting for the field to go by. That's Knowles, Payette, and Brunner right there. Gerard Lawrence. Man, he lost a lot of ground. So there's one car hasn't pitted all night long. He has not pitted for 48 laps. Matt Eddy in the 88. That is caution number 8. That does it for all the over-under choices. And if this one holds, Randy Brenner's already a winner this season, and you can only win once a season. So come on, see if Matt Eddy takes the outside or the inside, because I'm not sure that the outside was the answer. The outside is the answer if you are ready to go and you get the jump at the start. You can clear these guys because you can use that outside line to keep the keep accelerating all the way through. And the bottom's kind of got a tiptoe a little bit coming up out of the hole, but if you don't get a good start, I feel like you're at a big disadvantage if you're still side by side when you get down to turn 1. Now we can't say the 2 guys with the freshest tires are in the second row because that's not true. They're in the 4th row. And this time, Matt Eddy executes perfectly, but so did Town. He was ready to go. Got alongside. He'll have some momentum coming out of 2. Eddy grabs the lead. Joey Connor on the inside. Jeff Town up top. And they're going to stay side by side. We're down to 20 laps to go. I think it's only a matter of time on the fresher tires that Jeffrey Town clears him. Adam Vinny needs to dispatch with Austin DeMoore. He is going to have a shot to get up here and go after these guys. Now Connor slides up high in 1 and 2. Lets Vinny close in. Not able to get the nose there. Here comes Eldred. Bob Eldred in the 13. He's on the freshest tires. Oh, he got out of shape. Caution. Yeah, we were watching that one. We were watching this one. Well, we're going to go to this camera angle because we're going to back up just a little bit. Yeah, Bob Eldred came up track. He got just a tiny bit loose. And this is a parking lot. I can't tell you. There's half a dozen cars involved in this. This is Westendorf, Eldred, Knowles, DeMoore, Payette. Griffin was in it. I think DeMoore's car is so badly damaged he may not be able to continue. Matt Eddy is smiling under the visor of that helmet, I promise you. Now Joey Connor peels off with just 18 laps to go. Wow. So it's Eddy, Town, Vinny, then Davis, Dylan Connor, Lawrence, Werdeman, Eldred, Payette, and Brunner in the top 10. That is caution number 9. That, as unfortunate as it is, ends all of the over-unders. So, here comes Peter Breeze. He's going to get a lap back. Maybe Mr. Griffin got a lap back. Yeah, he did. That'll get him back on the lead lap. Is McLaughlin going to get a lap back? He's hanging out at the back there. I actually thought he was on the lead lap for some reason. So Matt Knowles, I don't know where Matt's going. I think he's just going in front of the 77, yeah. So is Joey Connor. Everybody else should line up behind the 77 now. And I think Matt Eddy's going to take the outside again. Man, he got a great start. Brilliant start on the last one. And he was able to grab that lead. You get out there, you get that lead, you're going to have to make the car really wide for about 17 laps. 34 sets of corners. Can't let anybody get a nose to your inside. I don't think you can let anybody get a nose to your outside. Adam Vinny's going to have to get a good start. He is going to keep Kyler Davis, Kyler Davis behind him. And then maybe not such a bad strategy deal as I thought initially for Dylan Connor and Gerard Lawrence. They are 5th and 6th right now. Plenty of laps left in this thing. Eddie got a good restart. Didn't get through 1 and 2 quite as well as I think he wanted to. He got a big slide out of 2 there. That's going to let Town stay beside. Now Town is going to take the lead. So from worst to first, and it took him 54 laps. But Jeff Town starts at the back of the field, and now he leads coming around with 15 to go. The battle's for third. Adam Vinny on the inside of Kyler Davis. Needed the car to stay underneath him, and it did not right there. Davis has a little bit of an advantage on the top side, but Adam Vinny's not giving up. Here comes Connor. Eddie's still second. They're battling behind him, and they're not losing ground. We're going to stay on that battle because it's really the only battle on the track, and I think Adam Vinny might have given up the ghost right there. Looked like he slid it on the right rear for about half a corner. Kyler Davis got by him, but he was able to slip it into the gap between Davis and Dylan Connor. We'll see if he can keep it there. Looked like 11 car may have used up that fresh rubber a little too soon, and caution once again. Oh no, 90 car. I think he's at the back, and he may have a problem. Right there beside the 46 of Brunner, right behind Payette, down into 1 and 2. Up the hill, yeah, there was a car there. Kind of right hooked himself. Brunner just was in on the line, and he kind of hooked himself right there. So, Jeffrey Town from 18th starting spot to the lead. That is caution number 10. 3 away from the record. I don't remember if it was 13 or 14. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that it was 13. But it was a lot. Town, Eddie, Davis, Vinny, then Dylan Connor, Lawrence, Werdeman, Eldred, Payette. Knowles are the top 10 right now. Runners in the pits. McLaughlin just got a wave around. Joey Connor is still in the pits. Yeah, that car hit hard. He might be done for the day. Brunner is in the pits, and Westendorf is back in the pits. That is like trip number 6 for him. So we should come around. We should get the 1 to go. We should start seeing these guys get doubled up here the next time we come around, and then we'll have a 12-lap shootout to get to the end of this one. Definitely been a tough one. All right, we'll see who can get a good restart here. This time around, Adam Vinny may have an advantage on Kyler Davis because he's got that outside. Everybody fresher tires than the 88. 2 in the 11.
Green flag, green flag.
The second oldest tires on the track. And we get the restart. Matt Eddy, man, great start. He is going to keep it side by side, getting into 1 and 2. Town's going to have to work on the high side to try to get the spot back. And Eddie, ginger into turn 3. That may be all she wrote right there. Adam Vinny still in a fight. Got both Kyler Davis and Dylan Connor to his inside. Trying to stay on the podium. Car's wide, pounds the fence. He's going to give up both spots, drop to 5th. He may go to 6th because Gerard Lawrence got the nose to the inside. Anticipated that was coming, cut low. He may go into the top 5 right here. Dylan Connor tried to move Kyler Davis right there a little bit, and it didn't work. Davis held his ground. Going to get that run, doing that crossover, trying to get that run and get the nose to the inside coming out of the corner. Davis kind of sees it. He's going after Matt Eddy as well because Eddy on those real old tires. And Matt Eddy doing a good job of protecting the line. But now Dylan Connor gets the run. He's going to get the nose to the inside of the 6. 7 laps remaining. Into the corner, drifts it up, puts a little door action to the 6 car. Didn't phase Kyler Davis a bit. Down into 3 and 4. He keeps it locked on the line this time. Fantastic battle for this 3rd spot, and they are staying all over the rear bumper of the 88, but they can't attack him because they got to finish with one another. Wave lap coming around this time. 5 to go. Town a second in front of these guys. Kyler Davis with a good run off the top of 4 takes a spot. Here comes Adam Vinny. He's going to put pressure on Connor again. Vinny trying to close up mid-corner. Connor is trying to get that crossover working again. Going in wide, he's going to cut the car down, but Vinny's there. He can't do it this time, so he's going to have to stay in line. Adam Vinny loses the back of the car. That frees up the 91. Now he can go in 3 and 4. He'll cut the car low, try to get the big run to the exit. Both guys slide, but Connor's still going to throw it into 1 on the inside with 3 to go. This time Davis has no choice. He crosses over, gets down on the apron. Good bit of driving right there. Had to back up because the car got unwedged, getting out of 2, and he kept it out of the door. So Connor's up to 3rd. Now he can go focus for 2 more laps on the 88 in front of him. But Jeff Town is absolutely gone. Nobody's catching him. If he keeps it facing forward, he's going to pick up his first win here in the maiden voyage. So we come out of 4, white flag of this time. Matt Eddy is trying to hang on. Only car that has not pitted all night long, and Joey Connor's going to try to get that run right here. Eddie's going to have to defend, and he don't have to anymore because Connor hits the fence. That opens up things for 4th place. It's all Jeff Town, Matt Eddy, Dylan Connor, 1, 2, 3, and Davis will hold off. Adam Vinny for 4th. Vinny going to finish in 5th tonight. Not a bad finish to it. Get the guys around here on the front stretch. We'll talk to our top 3. I hate when they get that far apart. I can't move them very good. Matt Eddy. We're waiting on Dylan Connor to make his way to us. There he is. Now we can start to do our interviews. Dylan Connor, you got a copy. Dylan, you there, buddy?
Sir.
All right, man. 3rd place tonight, and you fought. You were front, back, sideways, and looked like you were slipping and sliding there at the very end of this thing.
Yeah, I got I got caught up in a wreck there at the beginning, and got put me all the way to the rear. So had to kind of claw my way back up through there. I was able to get back to the lead, and I believe that's where I made the mistake at. When I had the track position right there, it was 20 laps to go, but I figured the way everybody was kind of sliding around, I figured tires would be important, and I came down and got tires. Looking back at it, I should have just kept the track position, but it's part of it. It was still pretty decent at the end. It's just track position was more key. By the time I got to third, it was the right rear was just gone. So, but it was still a good points night.
Yeah, super hot track, super slick track to begin with. And these cars have enough power that if you just aren't perfect every single lap, it seems like you can heat the right side tires up pretty quick, and then it is just an absolute handful out there. But a great job running all these guys down a couple of times tonight. Have to admit that I was a little shocked that you guys went in and got tires from the lead right there, because normally that's kind of your thing. Get to the front and then just manage everybody else behind you and manage your pace in the race, and you usually end up in victory circle. So I was a little surprised. But nonetheless, are you glad to have New Smyrna in the rear view?
What was that?
I said, are you glad to have New Smyrna in the rear view now?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's one of my favorite tracks on here. I love running this place, and like I said, I might would have been able to run it differently and how I wanted to if I could have controlled it from the beginning. But having to drive back through the field, I felt like I used up more tire than I wanted to and couldn't save. So that kind of played into my decision to come get tires. Like I said, looking back, I should have stayed out, but all in all, it was a good points night.
All right, shout it out. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I just want to thank you as always being up in the booth. I want to thank Marv and Jeff for everything they do for the league. Gunslinger Whiskey, A&P Grading, the main sponsors of the league. I want to shout out, I believe this race was Casey Wynn Designs. He won't in here tonight, but I believe he sponsored this race. I want to thank my sponsors, Per Year Race Parts, the Caldwell Banker Elite with Chris and Alan Per Year, and my buddy Caleb for helping out.
All right, man. Congrats on another great night of racing. We'll look forward to seeing you Sunday night.
Yes, sir.
Dylan Connor finishing in third. Now we'll move on. We'll talk to the driver of the 88. I got a lot of questions for this guy. I'm going to start with, man, I wasn't sure you were going to be able to hold on at the very end right there. How much of a handful was that car those last few laps?
There wasn't much left in the tires after all that time out there. She got pretty slick there the last few.
Yeah, it looked like you're the only guy that didn't pit the whole race, and you just opted for all the track position. And looking back, maybe there were about 25 to go. Maybe a decision to go get tires, or did you make the right call?
I considered it, and then I looked, and there was still a lot of people on the lead lap, and I know we'd been having a lot of cautions, but then most of them pitted. It looked like I would come out about 6th or 7th, so I probably should have pitted. But we stayed up front, stayed out of the carnage, stayed clear of stuff, and managed to keep guys racing behind us enough to get a decent finish.
Well, an awesome race. I ask you the same thing that I asked Mr. Connor. Are you glad to have New Smyrna in the rear view?
Oh, yeah. It's not one of my favorites. It can be fun, but it can also be a trudge sometimes.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs before we let you get out of here tonight.
Marv, Jeff, and all the guys running this series. It's never easy. Everyone who donates their time and money to keep this going, it's always good. They try to run a tight ship, and appreciate that. Other than that, my family for letting me do this a couple nights a week.
All right, man. Always good to talk to you. We'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday night.
Hey, talk to you later.
Matt Eddy finishing second this evening, and now we're going to move on to, our winner tonight, and he came from the back, rookie in the series, and he made a statement coming in here to New Smyrna. Jeff Town, that was a pretty impressive run. You went through the field a couple of times.
Thank you, sir. It's my first time in this league, so I wasn't real sure with the tire stuff and how these guys do it, really. So I had an opportunity. I don't remember who it was in the lead, but he took off to the pits, and I was like, well, I guess we'll see what it does. So it happened to pay off.
Well, you were following Adam Vinny, and you both had worked your way. Vinny started close to the front, but you had both worked your way through because he slid back a little, and you started 18th. And we haven't seen somebody that drove from the back to the front. We call it worst to first. And you came out here, especially in the rookie campaign, the very first night. That's a statement. In a couple, 3 races, and then your qualifying time, you're going to get to actually start up front. I think some of these guys better get on notice.
Yeah, my buddy Pete, or Daryl Dillon, he races in this league right now too. He's been trying to get me in it for a little bit, but I had taken a little break from the iRacing stuff and decided to get back on, and it looks like early results are good, so maybe we'll keep doing this thing.
Well, we'll be impressed to see. We've got a couple other guys that have come in and done well, but no one has gone worst to first. So congrats on that, man. Give me some shout-outs, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Yeah, I just got to thank my buddy Pete. In the off-season, I race real life, so in off-season it's nice to get on the sim and do this kind of stuff. I'd like to thank him for getting me in here. I'd like to thank, I believe it's Marvin and Jeff that run this whole thing. For letting me come and race with the guys. The whole group seen tonight, they're really clean racers, fun to race with, so I'm looking forward to racing some more with the guys.
All right, man, congrats on picking up the win. You got to start at the back again next week. I can't wait to see if you can drive your way to the front again. We've never, ever seen that, so that'll be interesting. But congratulations to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Jeff Town picking up the win. Now we're going to move on to the brother love, the driver love choice. John Payette, you had I'm just going to call it an interesting night because I don't know another word for it, but you didn't get the finish I think the car was capable of getting.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't hit it real well in qualifying. I started in the back, I think 16th. At one point, I think I was up to 8th. I was back to 13th. Then I was back up to 9th. And I think I might have been running 10th, 11th, maybe 9th, something like that, coming to the white, and there was a little bit of a stack up, and I was close on incident points and caught a piece of it, and I incident pointed out, and I dropped from, I think, 9th to 14th. But you're right, the car was good tonight.
Well, this track is double tough as it is, and with the heat, the track temperature was over 135 degrees. A lot of guys are probably really excited to get this one in the rear view and not have to do it again. Do you feel the same?
I do, and on top of it, New Smyrna is not my favorite track to run. I seem to struggle here usually, so I was happy running up in the top 10 there for a while, but wish I could have finished it off.
All right, man, quick set of shout-outs, and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, first want to thank you for broadcasting it, and want to thank the guys for putting this event on. Also want to thank the Bent Keg, the Meat Block, Egan Family Dairy. They help me get this thing around the racetrack each week.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward next week to seeing if you can maybe jump on that podium.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're flirting with it. We're 5th in points, so just keep battling.
All right, man. Talk to you next week.
All right, see ya.
John Payette, our driver love interview. Let's call it. All right. Here's the results. Town, Eddie Connor, 1, 2, 3. Davis, hard fought 4th. He and Adam Vinny fought those last couple of laps pretty hard. Adam Vinny in that 5th spot. Eldred 6th. McLaughlin. Good recovery for Sean. He was up and down, went a lap down, got his lap back, and then charged up there. And he finishes 7th late in this one. John Brunner, top 10 run in 8th. Peter Brees 9th. Josh Westendorf in 10th. Gerard Lawrence, good run for the 27 car. Tough luck at the end there. He just got in a position where he just couldn't win and fell back. Werdeman 12th. Knowles 13th. Payette 14th. Joey Connor in the 90 car. He had bad luck pretty much all night long. He finishes 15th. Chris Griffin in 16th. Austin DeMore 17th. 18th was Marvin Turnmeyer. 19th. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. 19th, Andrew Perry. And we're going to score Pete Dillon in 20th, even though he did only spot tonight. That's going to do it for another great Tuesday night. I know it was a long one, folks. Thank you for hanging in there. We appreciate it greatly. Do not forget, tomorrow night, Midwest Truck Series, Texas Motor Speedway. About 8:15 Eastern time, we'll go live. Make sure you come by, say hi in the chat. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. You'll know every single time we go live. Till we see well, wait a minute. I'm not done. That's not my closing. I don't know what I'm doing. My brain is halfway turned off, guys. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. And without all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing, like you saw here tonight, there's nothing for us to cover. Everybody gets a pat on the back of that. Till we see you guys the next time. Keep the rough side down. Peace and love to everybody.